This tutorial will give step-by-step instructions to make an electronic payment for the renewal application of a personal care home certificate of compliance. The law that requires payment of fees is Title 55 PA Code Chapter 20. The specific fees can be found in this chapter, as well as the Chapter 2600 regulations which pertain to personal care homes. This chart lists the fee for the application based on the number of beds the personal care home has. This is the total application fee. It is not a per bed fee. Before making payment, double check to be sure the home is licensed as a personal care home. This information can be found on the Certificate of Compliance on the line that states the number and title of regulations. It can also be found on the HS 1230 Notice of Certificate Approval, Expiration and Renewal. This is sent out 130 days prior to the expiration of the Certificate of Compliance. It indicates the service provided as personal care homes. And it can also be found on the HS 633.1, which is the pre-populated renewal application that is sent with the notice of certificate approval, expiration, and renewal. On the pre-populated application, number 7 lists the type of service provided as personal care homes. All payments will use this link to access the payment page. You can type that into your web browser, which will open this Make a Payment screen. All information must be entered for the person making the payment. It should not be the personal care home information. The required fields are first name, last name, address, city, state, and zip code. You may also enter an email in the email field. Even though this is not a required field, it is required to receive a payment, and it is also necessary so that if we have any questions, we will be able to contact you via email. Continuing on the payment page, you will select the agency from the drop-down box. The agency for a personal care home is Human Services. The next field is the program ID. Again, there is a drop-down box. You select the account 001, which will include PCH. You have to type in the amount you are paying. So that amount will either be $15, $20, $30, or $50, depending on the amount of beds the personal care home is licensed to have. And you will also have to type in the certificate number. That can be found on your Certificate of Compliance, your HS 1230, or HS 633 as mentioned previously. The certificate number is a 6-digit number found at the lower left corner of your Certificate of Compliance. This is also known as your license number. The SAP vendor number field will be left blank as it is not needed for this type of payment. The total amount will be pre-populated from the amount you typed in above. Then you choose your payment method. It is either an ACH, which is your bank payment, or a credit card payment. Then select Make a Payment, and that will take you to one of these screens. If you charged it to a credit card, there is a 2% fee that will be charged when you use this portal. Enter your card information, and then there will be a Submit button at the bottom. If you use the ACH card to make a check bank account payment, then you will complete this screen with your bank account information, including the routing number and your account number. Again, there will be a Submit button that you will press to complete the payment. A receipt will be generated. Keep the receipt for your records. This last screen is contact information for the Office of Long-Term Living, the Bureau of Human Services Licensing, which manages your application as well as your certificates of compliance. Since you made an electronic payment, you may email your renewal application and the Civil Rights Compliance Renewal Form, or the HS 2125, to this email address. Should you need to contact us by telephone, the telephone number is listed here. And after you call this number, you would press number 4 for the personal care home assisted living specific number. And finally, if you need to contact us by physical mail, either via courier or the United States Postal System, that is listed here as well. If you choose to pay with a check or money order, then the application, the Civil Rights Compliance Renewal Form, the HS 2125, and the check or money order must all come together in one envelope to one of these addresses. The check or money order should be payable to DHS or Commonwealth of PA. This concludes a tutorial for submitting an electronic payment for the renewal application fee of a personal care home certificate of compliance.